Interlagos, Abu Dhabi, going to be the two races finishing up season 1 here. And as you can clearly see, we are still having all sorts of trouble. We're having all sorts of trouble all over the shop. The engine and the durability have been hit with regulations, which are very unfortunate because of the fact that I would have loved to have built up my engine going into this final stretch. And in fact, going into the second season too. It would have been really, really great to have built that up. But I'm not really seeing that being helpful. In all honesty, I'm not really seeing it being helpful because of the fact that I would have liked to have been dominant in terms of my engine. I already have a Mercedes engine. I would have loved to have been a little bit more dominant in that aspect. Man, am I really having chat problems again? Hold on a second, boys. I thought I fixed caps. Clearly, I did not fix caps. Alright, here we go. Sarancia, Livy, Nikki, Broaderator, Wonder Kids, DH, Tykesman, and of course for everybody that is, and Hensel as well, for everybody that is also just lurking in the chat box. Hope you guys are doing well all the same. So yeah, and also, I do in fact have a command, so if you ever need to know about sweating with Gendo, all you need to do is type in exclamation point sweat, and it'll give you the lowdown on exactly what goes on with sweating with Gendo. With my workouts before and after races. How you doing, Ewan? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy the stream. So anyway, when last we left off, this is what my current facilities look like. Most of them are Spec 1 except for durability. I think that durability early stages really does not matter. It really should not be built out. It should not have a lot of focus put into it. Maybe build resource point generation just to get to Spec 1 so I can open up more of the tree. But at this point in time, I'm going to hoard all of my money until that time that I will be picking a new driver. Still want to go with George Russell as my next driver for Season 2. If not, my hierarchy is Giovinazzi, then De Vries, then Aitken. I really don't want to pick a driver lower than Aitken at this point in time. I really don't want to do that. Because at this point in time, he's like a 67, 68. We can even take a look at the driver market at this point in time. His rating is like a 68. No, sorry, his rating is a 69. Nice. De Vries, though, is a 71. So at this point in time, I really don't want to pick anybody lower than Jack Aitken, and especially because his salary, as you can see, $2 million. $2 million base. Nick De Vries is $2.5 million. And you take a look at Russell and Giovinazzi, who I'm also potentially looking to go after. They are a market value of $9 million. I have to buy out their contract, which will cost $2 to $3 million, as you can see. Or actually, it was both $3 million. And their base salary, they're going to want at the very least $6 million. So I'm going to see if I could fulfill their request. And more than likely, it's how far along have my facilities been built out spec-wise. If I could fulfill their request, yes, I'd love to go and get either Russell or Giovinazzi. If not, then a fallback option of De Vries or Aitken is not all that bad. You've redeemed your points. Thanks, Sarancia. You are a massive, massive help, and I say that in the most sarcastic way possible. I appreciate it. Oh, my God. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for as far as my drivers go. Those are the 4 that I am currently planning out, trying to have as my second driver, because in all honesty, I can only go so far with Juan Manuel Correa, and he is only a 62 rated driver, as you can see. Everybody else I'm looking for is at least a 69. So yeah, I'd love to make that that next step in the second season to go after either a low tier F1 driver or the very highest of the high when it comes to F2 drivers. But like I said, I have to wait until after the season comes and I get my money and make my decision on what driver that I want. As far as my vehicle goes, I pretty much have my engine all set for the rest of the season. I put it in my new engine after Mexico, so everything is fine here. As far as my R&D tree goes, as I said before, durability and powertrain is unfortunately hit with regulations, so I can't build up any of those. So I've been building up the durability of the chassis as well as the aerodynamics. And right now, I was going to say the aerodynamics are almost half built out at this point in time. I can't build anything else at this point in time right now because of the fact that it is too many. It costs too many resource points. But I would like to build. I'd like to build this one out at the very least before the season's over to at least have half of the aero department built out. And as you see here with the chassis, currently have a couple of parts being built out. They will be built before Abu Dhabi, and once Abu Dhabi hits, I'd also like to build this one out. I'd like to build the plank. Speaking of planks, I see that planks have been redeemed. Thanks, Sarancia. But yeah, as you can see, there are 3 more chassis stuffs that I could build out before needing to go into Spec 2. Once I unlock Spec 2, there will be several more that I can build out. But like I said, the unfortunate bit was I wanted to build up the engine to make my engine, my Merc engine, a lot better than what it currently is. And unfortunately, I have to wait until next season to do that. Take Lundgaard, he's a good friend. Now, Lundgaard's not in the game, Livy. I hate to break it to you, but Lundgaard is not in the game. Not in here at all. There's Boshung. Yeah, there is not a single mention of Lundgaard. Lundgaard is an F3 driver, isn't he? Yeah, they don't have F3 drivers in here. Only F2. Only F2, my man. So yeah, that is currently where I am sitting as far as my R&D, as far as my facilities, and as far as what my thought process is for my second driver, because there will be a new driver coming on in. It will no longer be the All-American American team. Hate to break it to you. We only did it for the memes, and it turns out that Correa did not develop as well as I thought he would. He did get some good results, though. I'm not going to take away from the fact that he did give us good results. But ultimately, I do need better. I do need better, and I think in Season 2, we will have a car that, at the very least, will be challenging for at least 1 top 10 spot. It would be great if I could have a challenge for 2 top 10 spots. So anyway, we got our race here at Interlagos, and fortunately there is no rain. Sunny during qualifying, partly cloudy during the race. As I may mention before, I'm just not somebody that loves to drive in the rain. So fortunately, no rain for the rest of the season because it never rains at Abu Dhabi. Don't have to worry about that. Currently, my rivalry is with Esteban Ocon. Currently 2 spots behind him, 2 points behind him, with this race remaining to determine who wins the rivalry. So crossing fingers, hopefully I can beat him here at Interlagos. Alright, let's get right into it. As I may mention before, it is a 50% race distance. My driver difficulty is on 75 for practice, but then I bump it up to 94 for the race. For those of you who are coming on in that's new, that is what my standard operating procedure is for race weekend. Because it's so much easier to get the resource points on that difficulty, a much lower difficulty than 94, because hell, 90, even 85, I can't get all the practice programs done on 85. 80 and lower I can, but 85 and above, they just set the delta time too high that I cannot get it. So easier for me to set it even lower to make damn sure I get the resource points and build up the car faster, and then switch it to the difficulty of 94 for qualifying in the race, because that is closer to where my actual driving talent is against the AI in this game. What's going on, Obs? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Hope you're doing well. But anyway, how's everybody been doing? What's everyone got planned for the weekend? And of course, if you're going to be watching the 70th anniversary Grand Prix, let me know what your thoughts are on it. Do you think Lewis Hamilton is going to win again because it's at Silverstone? Or do you have an outsider that could potentially get onto not just the podium, but win the damn thing? Do I use the preset setups or do I use my own? I use the ones that are given to me by Sarancia.
From the factory. Well, they're all fitted and good to go.
And I will say this, if you want to check out the versions that I use, go to my Discord. Sarancia did post the version 1 of his PDF style layout of all the setups for each track. And then he also linked on the self-promotion channel his own Discord where he had just recently finished up version 2 of his F1 setup. So I would say check those out if you're interested in wanting to if you want to drive better, drive faster around the tracks. I would highly recommend using his setups. But yeah, those are the setups that I use. So let's, like I said, let's load up his setup for Brazil. And let's go out there. But yeah, Tykesman, for the first like 2 or 3 weeks when I started playing F1 2019 back in April, yeah, I did use the default setups. Excuse me? Okay, let's restart that session. I don't know what happened there, but something happened. But yeah, for like the first 2 weeks, I used the default setups, you know, between the max downforce and the max top speed. But then after that, I was pointed in the direction of F1 forums that Sarancia pointed out to me, which F1 forums do currently have setups for every single track, both wet and dry. So I utilized that, and in fact, if you type in !setups, it will, in fact, give you the link to the forums that I used for a time. And then, starting about a couple of weeks ago, Sarancia posted his version 1 setups for each track in the Discord, and I started using those. Like I said, he just did post version 2s, but I have not started using them. Interlagos is a good track. It's not quite in my top 5, but I do like driving the track. What's going on, Duck? Oh, shit! Yeah, let me roll that back. How's it going, Roey? It's going decently over here. I just started streaming right now. Literally just got into the practice session. So you have not missed much. But as I did make mention before, at 9 o'clock Central Time, which is 3 o'clock UK, 3 a.m. UK, there will be the newest edition of the iRacing League Cup Series Oval Racing League. Did I hit purple? I did hit purple first time. So at that point in time, I will be switching over from Formula 1 to iRacing. That's the whole reason why I started this stream earlier, half an hour earlier, because doing the mental math in my head over everything that I do, the practice, the race weekend, the workouts, it does seem to take around 4 hours to do 2 races, practice and the race itself, and the workouts in between. It takes about 4 hours. So that's why I wanted to start at 5, so that by the time the iRacing League race starts at 9, I should be done. I should be all done with everything, with the whole first season. But yeah, it's like, whoops, wrong one. Typing in the very wrong symbol there. Alright, let's work on tire management. But somebody said that they wanted Bottas to win. I mean, at this point in time, what's it? Every single winner has been Mercedes this year. Does anybody think that's going to change? Honest question. Does anybody think that someone other than Lewis or Valtteri is going to win a race this year? It's very hard to see which one will. It's very hard to see if Max is going to win a race, if Leclerc is going to win a race. Admittedly, Albon should have won... Admittedly, Albon should have won that very first race at Austria. And then Hamilton played super uber defensive going into that turn. Because, yeah, when it comes to the tracks like Imola, like Mugello, we really don't know who are going to be the favorites at those tracks, because those tracks have not been driven in an F1 calendar, in Imola's case, almost 20 years, and in Mugello's case, never. Mugello is only a testing site. Mugello is used more for MotoGP than it's used for F1. This is the first ever time that F1 is hosting a Grand Prix at Mugello. So I think those two tracks are going to be the wild cards in the case of who is in fact going to win those races, because nobody really has put in time on those tracks, oh, for fuck's sake. Except for maybe the Ferrari drivers at Mugello, because that is a Ferrari testing site. What's going on, Spade? You don't watch F1 because you find it boring, as there's normally only ever one winner. I don't. Okay, that's completely different from me in the fact that I don't watch F1 because I'm super casual and I just don't like watching the racing. I like to drive. I like to actually drive in a NASCAR. I like to drive in an F1 car or a rally car, etc. It's much like with golf or baseball or tennis or stuff like that. I don't want to watch the sport. I want to play the sport.
Just confirm they're performing to spec.
Voidcom says, I like Interlagos because it's one of the few tracks with banked turns. Okay. It's, I was going to say, it's an interesting reason to like a track. I would have thought that you would have said because it has some intricate turns, especially in this middle section. Which I guess would mean that whenever Zandvoort comes around, probably next season, you're going to like Zandvoort because of the fact it's got that 16-degree banked curve going into the final stretch. Yeah, you don't see banked turns in F1. It's mostly flat. Not like NASCAR or IndyCar. That's why I love to run Indianapolis. Well, Indianapolis has, at most, 8 degrees of banking. Like, Indianapolis is considered flat by NASCAR standards. Not as flat as, say, New Hampshire or Martinsville, where at most you're going to get 4 degrees of banking. But it is still pretty flat. Sarantia says increasing tire pressure also gives you more grip, but your tires will wear out earlier. Interesting. I would have thought that decreasing the tire pressure will give you more grip because more surface area. The less inflated the tire is, the more it will distort when spinning, which will allow for it to flatten and give you more surface area.
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the...
Jeff, I do not want to tell you anything. And I don't want you to tell me much of anything either. See that sponsor on my glove, XXY? That is the whole reason why I'm doing all these practice programs. Because their sponsored money only comes around when I do every single practice program. Dude, Jeff gets so much abuse. Sometimes it's warranted. That's why I have the whole command exclamation point Jeff. It pretty much is telling him to shut up, I know what I'm doing. And also I thought, as far as tire pressure goes, you'd want to have a higher tire pressure. You'd want to have a higher tire pressure in hot weather climates and a lower tire pressure in cold weather climates. Once again, specifically because... Actually, no, it's the opposite. Because the track will be so slippery in hot weather climates, you need to have more grip. Whereas in cold weather, there's not going to be that... Or sorry, in cold weather, there already is more grip on the track due to it not being greased up as much as it would be on a hot weather track. So you'd be better off having higher tire pressure in a cold weather situation, but lower tire pressure in a hot weather situation. Also comes down to how fast the tires heat up in both situations as well. Formula One, where you actually learn fucking science. There's a lot more science in racing than apparently people know about. They should do a winter season in F1, go to Iceland and Norway and all the Scandinavian countries. What'd you miss, Saransi, or were you just talking about the tire pressures? How hot and cold affect tire pressures as well. Like if it's a hot track, you want to have a less tire pressure so that it can grip the track more efficiently. Whereas in colder temperatures, you want to have a higher tire pressure because colder track also equates to more grip. And is what Sausage Link said as well, colder temperatures also lead to faster deflation of tires. So you want to have higher tire pressure. In all honesty, what tracks are out there that are considered cold weather tracks? Like Montreal? Montreal would be considered a cold weather track when raced in, the proper months. Because obviously Montreal in June or July, whenever they race that, is pretty decently warm. However, get that track in October, November time, and we're talking temperatures that are going to be around the 40 to 50 range Fahrenheit, so around 10 degrees Celsius. Yeah, then we could see a little bit more into terms of cold weather management. Yeah, pretty much most of the European circuits would be considered in cold weather areas if they raced them in those months. If they raced them in September, October, November time. Yeah, I would agree with that. Nürburgring in October could be a race of 5 degrees Celsius. Oi. 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the conversion rate. One degree Celsius is 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Means that 5 degrees Celsius equals a 5 degree Celsius change in temperature equates to a 9 degree Fahrenheit change, and 10 degrees Celsius equates to 18 degrees Fahrenheit worth of change. Simple conversions. We will be taking a test on this after the stream is over. What's going on, Delios? And it's also likely to rain in October. Yeah, I would assume that as well. I mean, it's also likely to rain in general in that area because we're talking about, you know, being in the middle of the fucking forest. The Eiffel Forest. Yeah, it's I just retained that knowledge from fucking science class. Well, Wonder Kids, there ain't nothing special about it.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good...
Imagine Nürburgring in October. Yeah. Imagine racing in the middle of imagine racing Spa in October. At those temperatures, potentially with rain as well. I mean, we already get rain in the middle of July, early August when, you know, they travel to Spa. Imagine the temperatures being 10 degrees Celsius, 15 degrees Celsius cooler with the rain as well. I mean, that would just be insane. Just been working a ton, eh? Make that money, Delios. Still nothing on my end, which is disappointing. Now, I forget how long this race was at 50% for Interlagos. I think it's like 33, 34 laps. Delio says 35, 36. Yeah, it's around that. I know it was over 30. I can't quite pinpoint exactly how many. Yeah, practice program for qualifying is all well and good. 1.7 to the green. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your internet, Saranti, because I'm looking over, and knock on wood, I've not dropped any frames. I will say this, late last night when I was trying to upload one of my streams for the YouTube channel, Gendo66, which, by the way, if you have not subscribed to that, I am uploading all past VODs of the team career onto a YouTube channel. Just click the YouTube link in the info box below. It is something that I wanted to do just to have a nice little archive as to what I've done in my team career when I'm going to be starting up my road to glory with Williams after I'm done with my first team career, whenever I do my second team career, which is going to be entirely crowdsourced by the chat. So yeah, I basically have set that up. It's just a little offshoot YouTube channel. I don't expect to get big or anything. It's just another place to hold my archive of stream VODs. Just so I also don't have them, clogging up my 2 terabyte hard drive, which I know will probably get full pretty fucking fast. So And also, because I'm a Twitch Prime member, I only have the VODs stored for up to a month. So better to download them as soon as I'm done streaming, edit them to chop them down to a reasonable length, get rid of all the extra bits that don't need to be added in, and then upload them to YouTube just as an archive. Alright, so we are officially all done with all the practice programs.
Multifunction display will allow you to change various settings.
And personally, I don't need to do anything else. I do not need to go any extra laps on Interlagos. I know how to do this. It snowed during the 6 hours of Spa last year? Wait. Oh no, I'm thinking completely differently. There's a 6 hours of Spa.
To a close. So
I thought there was only a 24 hours of Spa, which is in July. I knew that. Your router went down for the third time tonight? Yeah, I was going to say, my router went down when I was trying to upload one of my streams. In fact, the fourth video of my stream last night. It did upload this morning, so that's going to be set to officially premiere tomorrow. But yeah, it's really hard and very frustrating when after trying to upload a 4-hour stream, which by the way takes about 6 hours to fully fucking upload, it's just a pain in my ass, to have it go 90% of the way and then your router just dies. That just hurts right here. It hurts right fucking here. Show me where the pain is. Just right here. Yes, I did. I was going to say, I know there is a 24 hours of Spa. That's in July. But I didn't know that there was a shortened 6 hours of Spa. 3, 6, an 8, a 12, and a 24. Huh. Today I learned. I thought there was only just the 24 hours of Spa. Well, now that I think about it, Nürburgring and DTM, I think, does something similar where they have the 24 hours of Nürburgring, but then they have endurance championships of 3, 4, 6, and 12 hours of the Nürburgring. So I'm pretty sure it is something along those lines. Like, they just copied that model over. They're in different series. It's all probably still run by the WEC, the World Endurance Championship. So I would not be surprised. Alright, so I do have enough points to go after that. Here, I do have enough points to go after that Aero R&D. Like I said, I'd rather, continuously start building up my Aero and my chassis just so I can get those pretty much optimized right now until I get into second season. And yeah, this will open up when I get my Spec 2, my facility up to Spec 2. That's for Spec 2. That's for Spec 2. So yeah, I'm pretty much going to open up a plethora of options once I get my factories to Spec 2, which all I really need to do is add one more thing onto what I currently have in order to do that. And I cannot rush this. It's going to get done after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. That's fine. That's okay. We'll have something to look forward to when we get into the next season. Just taking a look at it. This aero development, this major aero development, will push us up to the 4th best aero on the grid. That's not bad. 4th best aero. I will say this, though. Even with our engine having built out 6 parts, because of the fact that we have a Merc engine, and Merc has upgraded 5 out of the 6 slots so far in this very first season, we have the 2nd best engine on the grid. It doesn't seem like it. With the way that my speed has been, it does not seem like I have the 2nd best engine on the grid, which is why I wanted to have my engine open up during regulations time and not blocked off like this. I would have loved to have continuously built my engine up. Durability, like I said, nuts to that. I really don't care about the durability and the regulations for that. I'm not going to build up on it all that much. I would have been fine with the chassis also being affected by the regulations. Like, if it was durability and chassis, I'd be okay with that. Durability, aero might have been a little bit of a nuisance, but I really wanted the engine, the powertrain, to not get hit, and it did. So, unfortunate. I'm just unhappy with that. Like I said, as far as my engine goes, it pretty much is a 100% solid engine leading into the next season, or leading into the rest of the season. The 24 Hours is a GT series? Yeah, okay. That makes sense, because you see the Ford GT, the Audis, the Beamers, the Porsches, the Ferraris, all those GT cars racing in that series. Alright, let's go and have some fun with qualifying and not suck. I do like this track, and I am starting to drive this track much, much better. I really hope that we can actually get into qualifying too. In fact, that is my goal right now, is to get into qualifying 2 for pretty much every single race. If I don't get into Q2 every single race, I would consider that a failure, because I believe this car has the ability to at least make it into Q2. So yeah, once again, just making sure that my setup is my setup. Brazil. Make sure it has the proper fuel load. 5 kilograms of fuel will make me go 3.4 laps. I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Alright, let's drive out.
Engine fired, we're set.
This is actually one of the few F1 tracks where I like the drive out of the pits, and where the drive out of the pits isn't all that invasive. Where it's not like I'm exiting the pits and I'm going right into a turn, like Barcelona or Circuit of the Americas. It's a smooth exit. It's like Australia, it's like Mexico, where it's a very smooth exit. Yeah, exactly, Nick. So, remind me again, is there a break after the 70th anniversary Grand Prix before Spain, or do they do the Spanish race right after it, like the very next week? I forget if they had a break in between that or not. Or is the break after the Spanish Grand Prix? Break is after Spain, before Spa, 10-4. So I have a racing point behind me. You probably should be aware that I'm setting a hot lap on medium tires. Setting a hot lap on medium tires, just so I can figure out a line around this place, get a baseline time essentially, and then try to find a line around this place. So then after it is Spa, Monza, Russia? Is that how they're going to do it, or is it Spa, Monza, Mugello? I'm trying to remember what the rest of the schedule was. So you got Spa, Monza. I think you got Mugello then after that. Then Russia, Nürburgring.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
Nah, yeah, bad lap time. Bad lap time, coming to the pits. But yeah, in all honesty, while I don't remember the calendar, you gotta think, okay, who is best suited for these tracks? Spain, Spa, Monza. Who's fast? For Spa and Monza, basically, who's fast? Mercedes. You could probably throw Max in there. You could probably throw the Racing Points in there. Sergio and Lance. You could probably throw Lando in there alongside with Sainz. Actually, I would say all those guys are fast, but are they Black Mercedes fast? Are they Lewis and Bottas fast? I do think Spa and Monza are very strong towards a lot of the drivers currently, but like I said, are they Black Mercedes fast? Are they Hamilton and Bottas fast? I don't think so. Which is why I continuously say it's like, it really is Mercedes Constructors Championship to lose, and it's Hamilton's Drivers Championship to lose. Unless they start crashing out of races, which I don't see that happening, really, who is going to step up and challenge them? Who is going to step up and take the wins over Mercedes? It's very hard. It's very hard to see where it's coming from. All right, so currently my time is a 109.9. Like I said, that was on medium tires. If I want to get into the top 16, more than likely if I need to get a second faster. Yeah, it shows that Magnussen is a 109.1, but if I can get a second faster, which I probably can on soft tires, that should get me into Q2. Just zoom ahead a bit here. Alright, so looking for that green delta of 1 second or better to get into Q2. .9 faster, but did it get me up into Q2? 0.9 faster. No, it didn't. 17th. How much did I miss it? How much did I miss Q2 by? If it was less than a tenth, I'm gonna be mad at myself. How much did I miss Q2 by? Yep, it was 0.03 of a second. Less than a tenth. Easily less than a tenth. Where did I... Turn 1, turn 2? I'm trying to think. Turn 1, turn 2. For... You know, it was probably turn 1, 2, that combo. And then the hard break on 4. I went a little wide. That was probably where I lost all my time. I probably would have made Q2 had I not taken those turns wide. Strategy, I feel, is still the same. It still should be the same, where I'm not going to do this. I'm not doing the default set. Default set says they want me to go and start 14 laps on the softs and go the rest of the way on the hards. That is not good. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather do the personalized setup of 17 on the soft, switch to mediums. Which actually, hold on a second. Actually, I think I might do this. I might, instead of 17, I might drop it back to 16. Just because it will add, I mean, it is going to add like a tenth to 2/10, or it will drop my finishing time by a tenth to 2/10, what they say, but I feel that it would be better to get off the softs as quick as possible, and then get onto the mediums, which are obviously faster than the hards, and I do tire management somewhat well. I'd rather not run hards the rest of the way, so I'm going to go with the soft medium setup. I think we'll do that. So anyway, starting in 14th place, where do you guys think I'm going to ultimately finish this race? Let me know in the chat. You think there will be something that comes up that will cause me to lose pace? Yes. I think that it will be cause of other drivers around me that is going to cause me to lose pace. Crossing fingers, hopefully no one fucking stacks it into turn 1 and causes myself or others to lose their front wings. I can, Spade. I can change my first tire. I'm outside the top 10. I can change my first tire. I'd rather go with this, though. Because I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking go medium soft. And while I'd agree with you, I think that the soft... I think the tires get worn out too fast. And while it would be good to start on the mediums and finish with the soft, I don't think the soft is going to last as long as I want it to. I just don't see that happening. I mean, we could check it. So if I did start on the mediums and then I pushed it to the soft, yeah, I mean, it's always a bit dodgy finishing on a softer compound because of the fact that it'll wear down faster, you'll start to lose speed quicker. I think that might be a bit dodgy just doing that. Hold on a second. Can I go to the race director and see what everyone's starting on? Alright, so yeah, I can, fortunately. So, soft. Gasly, that's right, because everybody down here is started outside the top 10. They're going with softer, harder tires, I should say. So yeah, Bottas on the mediums, Gasly and Giovinazzi on hard, Kimi's on hard. So yeah, there's a mix. There's a big mix between soft, medium, and hard. I'm trying to remember who exactly got the grid penalties. I think Lando Norris got a grid penalty, Lance Stroll got a grid penalty, Verstappen got a grid penalty. That's why they're on soft tires and they're outside the top 10. But then, of course, you got of course, Williams that are starting on soft. Well, actually, George Russell's on medium, but Latifi's starting on the soft for whatever reason. I'm doing fine, Duck. So yeah, it really is. It's completely up to me. It's completely up to me as to what tire I should go with. I feel like, especially with like Gasly and Giovinazzi going on the hard tires, and especially Kimi too. Like I feel like these could be positions that I could get right away. Just by looking at them, I feel like those could be positions that I can get right away. As long as I don't bin it in turn 1 and lose my front wing. So, yeah, we'll revert the strategy, and like I said, we'll drop it back. 16 laps on the soft. Come in, switch, and finish the race on the medium tires. We'll go with that. Gonna play some motorsport. Dude, Nikki, this almost feels like Motorsport Manager to me. I mean, it kind of is. My team career mode kind of is Motorsport Manager. Alright, so we're gonna go with that. And here we go. Oh, a horrible start from Gendo. Stacking it up into turn 1. Collides with Giovinazzi, as I expected. Fortunately, no wing damage. And I move up into 10th place out of it. So on that first turn, we go up from 14th to 10th place. Yes, I did remember this time, Sarancia. I know I've been forgetting it, unfortunately, the last few times. Oh, can I get it past Gasly before, I reach turn 1? Damn, would have liked to have gotten past Gasly before turn 1. Like I said, it's a long race, 36 laps. Good luck, Wonder Kids. How you doing on the season so far?
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS
Oh,
when you're within
dude,
1 second of the
Gasly.
car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Collision with Gasly coming into turn 1. Still no damage on the front wing to report. Up into 9th place for the time being, but really it is all going to come down to tire strategy. It is going to come down to the pit stops. What are the leaders going to do? What are all those that started on soft tires going to do? I keep it on due to realism, and plus other sim racers do not have any other mode except for cockpit view with Halo on. Specifically iRacing, the other simulation game that I'm going to be playing later on today, even though I'm not doing the iRace or the IndyCar races. The updated IndyCar has the arrow screen with the Halo pillar right down the middle in your line of sight. And as I had said before, iRacing is a simulator where you are only driving in cockpit mode. And there is no chance to change out the view, change out the ability to remove the halo pillar. You have to drive it as is, like an actual driver. So I've driven that before I got into F1, actually. And it did, I would say it prepared me, but driving F1 is completely different than driving in iRacing. Just from a mechanical standpoint. But I've driven with the halo pillar now, and I can say that 90% of the time it does not matter to me. Because most of the time I am looking out to the side, left, right, seeing where the cars are, seeing where the turns are, like how am I going to approach the turn. It's early, I'm not going to fight him for it. Do I really want to risk binning it on lap 5? For a position that I might be fighting for later on down the line? I was gonna say, I'm not beating Gasly this time. Yeah, I've got Kvyat hot on my heels. Whoa, what are you doing there, Brian? Yeah, that was unnecessary. I don't know why I did that. That was completely unnecessary. I was not pressured to go
Some
wide.
information on Giovinazzi. They're slowing down. It seems like there's some kind of problem with their car.
Yeah, it's an Alfa Romeo. There, I analyzed your problem. Help! The car won't go fast! What do we do? I tell you what you can do. Don't drive an Alfa Romeo. There, problem fucking solved. Damn it, I thought I got the drop on Gasly there. I really thought I got the drop on Gasly. Stay out, stay out, stay out. Oh, it's too fucking late for that! Oh, Kimmy. My mentor, my role model, my dad. My current favorite F1 driver. It's gonna suck when he retires. But you can honestly say he's probably checked out right now. It's probably gonna be his last season anyway. This is the last year of his contract with Alpha. Oh, shoving Gasly out of the way. Shoving Gasly up the track. Going down turn 1 and 2. Gotta be sure that he was not too happy about that. Honestly, I don't see him staying another year. But the big question is, who would replace him then? I honestly would have no idea who replaces him in Alpha. Speaking of who's going to replace who, in my game, Grosjean is going to be retiring. Kimi is not retiring in my game, but Grosjean is. Kimi, Vettel, Aston Martin Dream Team. No, that would require Lawrence Stroll to kick his son off the team. That would be requiring dear old daddy, billionaire daddy, to kick his son off the team. I don't see that happening. He may kick Sergio Perez off the team. Like it may be a Lance Stroll, Kimi Räikkönen team at that point in time. But as far as Vettel going to Racing Point, I don't know. So at this point in time, yeah, it's pretty much going to be Lance Stroll as one of the drivers for Racing Point / Aston Martin for next year. The big question is who is going to replace Sergio Perez? Because if anybody is going to be replaced on that team, it's going to be Sergio. Whether it's Vettel, whether it's Kimi, kind of leaning towards Vettel at this point in time as who's being brought in. They're going to replace Sergio. They're not replacing Stroll. I said it before, I'll say it again. I have no idea what to expect with Carlos Sainz at Ferrari. I still think that it wasn't the right choice, but then again, if you ask me who would have been the right choice, I couldn't give you an answer. I honestly could not give you an answer, because I don't know who is the right choice for Ferrari at this point to replace Vettel. Charles Leclerc, yes, he should stay. He is going to be the face of Ferrari for the next few years. But who the second seat could have been, should have been, I don't know. I can't answer that question. Just starting lap 11. Like I said, lap 16 is when I am going to be coming into pit. Red Bull could have a seat if they replace Albon with Gasly. That is a rumor that I heard. In fact, I heard another rumor that Vettel would sign for Red Bull, or the quote-unquote would sign for Red Bull, but he would in fact be driving for AlphaTauri. Of which then Gasly would move up to Red Bull, and replacing Albon, Albon would be out of the seat. That's just a very big rumor right now. That is completely speculative. There's no basis, there's no factual basis behind it. And here's the thing, Albon has not been doing himself a lot of bad. He's just being in the wrong place at the wrong time. I have a very strong feeling that Albon is not doing all that great this year because he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. See the very first race, him and Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton not letting go of his line, not conceding the fact that Albon did in fact have him beat through that turn, and Hamilton just nudged him off. It all started from there. I do like the phrase that is used for the F1 off-season, silly season. I do like that phrase. It should be used a lot more in other sports. All the speculation, the transfer speculation, who's moving to what team, etc. it could be used in a lot of other sports. Football, American football, baseball, basketball, hockey. It really does put into perspective what goes on during off season. So I really do like that phrase. But honestly, if we're talking about speculating moves, 2020 could be one of the biggest silly seasons there has been in a long, long time. Because, yeah, we did already have some moves take place before the season started, like back in April, May. Sainz going to Ferrari, Ricciardo going to McLaren, officially announced for 2021. But I feel like that's just the tip of the iceberg for what will happen. Like, I feel Grosjean is going to get the sack at Haas. Who replaces him? I don't know. Maybe Hulkenberg. If Kimi retires, who goes to Alpha?
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
So it looks like the leaders, like Hamilton and Bottas, they are opting to go for hard tires.
Be careful, we think you're going to start losing some tire grip around now.
Thanks, Jeff. That's why I'm coming in 2 laps. It's another 2:10 start. Oh, great. That means it's 8 a.m. in Chicago again. It's another 8 a.m. start time in Chicago, which might mean that I'm going to miss half of it. Oh, for fuck's sake. No, we're not doing that. I will use my first flashback to nix the idea that I'm going off track and getting a penalty here. Alright, 2 more laps, then I come around the pit. Whoa, tire lockup. Big tire lockup. As it stands right now, I am currently in 3rd place, but in all reality, I probably need to come into pit right now that I think about it. Maybe I can get away with 21 laps on the mediums.
Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap.
We'll do that. We'll come in a lap earlier. How many times can you flashback in a race? You can flashback unlimited times as long as you have the flashback option turned on. But I personally am limiting myself to 3 in a race. Because I don't want to be known as the flashback king. You know, I'd rather, you know, go and race the race out. Alright, coming on in. There we go. Alright. Coming in a lap earlier than expected. But like I said before, at this point in time, probably would be much better for me to come on in a lap earlier than expected.
Go, go, go.
Pereira's coming into the
Manuel
pits.
is coming in for his stop. Look after these tires now. We want to finish the race on
Alright,
this
what's that?
compound.
Kimi just came down turn 2, turn 3. So I'm coming out. And I'm racing Magnussen on hard tires as soon as I came out of the pits. 21 laps to go. Rolf, that is a lot of text. I can't really answer that question right now, but I guess the first question I see is it worth it to get 2020? I would think so. Depends on if you played 2019. Because I would say the only difference between 19 and 20 are the fact that there are 2 more tracks added, as well as the My Team Career Mode, the motorsport management type of gameplay. That was what led me to pre-order the game myself. I don't know how big that is of a selling point it is to you. But if you don't think that My Team Career and the addition of 2 tracks really does it for you, then I would say stick with 2019. Admittedly, the car handles a little bit like a boat in this game compared to 2019. And honestly, Spade, if you're that big into online, and if that is going to be an issue for you, then yeah, I'd say upgrade then to 2020. There will still be online lobbies in 2019. That's for damn sure. But yes, admittedly not as many as there are for 2020. Alright, moved up a spot, up to 12th place. I think points are very reasonable in this race. Alyssa says, what's my favorite F1 track, to watch or to drive? Admittedly, my favorite one to watch is Monaco. I like watching the Monaco Grand Prix. My favorite track to drive in this game is Canada. But admittedly, I have 5 tracks that I really like to drive there, so close together. Canada's number 1, then Spa, Monza, Austria, and Silverstone. Question to all my Brit fans out there, my fans from the UK. Am I saying that right? Is it Silverstone or is it Silverstone? Like, how would you pronounce it? And how is it usually pronounced over there? Do you actually say stone, or do you shorten it to the stun? Silverstone. It is Silverstone? Okay. Because I got into a debate with my Firelight teammates over the pronunciation of it. And bear in mind, nobody from Firelight is from the UK. So every single one of them were saying Silverstone. Like the tire. Firestone. Bridgestone. And I was arguing back with them. It's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's Silverstone. But all of them were so adamant calling it Silverstone. So that's why I thought I'd ask. Bernie Eccleston. Well, I mean, it's kind of the same way I know that last name due to Christopher Eccleston. Actor, former Doctor Who.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense. Thank you very much, Dycliffe. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy the stream. Alright, I am currently 7 seconds behind Sergio Perez. That's not a good look for me with, well, there's still 16 laps left. But that is honestly not a good look for me if I want to try and get at least a point here. Hey, Rooms, thank you very much for the 100 biddies, sir. I was going to say, spinning out right now is not really good for my lap times and good for my delta to try and catch Perez. My tires are currently sitting decently over here. About 10% wear. My ICE is fine. And thanks for the one itty bitty bitty there, Wonder Kids. Much appreciated. Oh, I found a brand new shiny penny. Oh god, that's a lot of pennies. That's a lot of pennies. Thank you for the pennies there, Wonder Kids. It's appreciated. Oh god, now I can't drive straight. And I haven't been drinking. I've got beer in the fridge though. Well, my thought process was coming in a lap earlier meant undercutting some of the other pit stops and maybe potentially getting up and out quicker and back into points position quicker. It is very apparent to me that I am not going to catch Perez. I do not think I'm going to catch Perez. Because the gap between myself and him is just growing. Which honestly sucks because I would have liked to have gotten points at this track. But anyway, what were you talking about? Oh, Gasly's in the pits. Gasly's pitting. He was on soft tires, and he is now going to be pitting for something different. He's coming out of the pits. I still have a chance to pass him. Oh no, he pit for soft tires. Oh, that cheeky bitch. He pit for soft tires. So he went the medium soft route. Which means I am not going to be holding on to this 10th place for very long. Damn it. Maybe if I can just knock off his front wing. Maybe I can just give his front wing a little nudge. Oh, Giovinazzi's in the pits. I think he's pitting for the hard tires, so maybe, just maybe, I could end up finishing top 10. Yeah, because there goes Gasly. Look at Albon all the way back here. Albon back in 12th. He's on hard tires. He's going to see that the rest of the way. But that worries me because, of course, it's Red Bull. Much better car than me. More than likely going to kill the gap between myself and him. And with 12 laps left to go, yeah, there's just not any sort of way that I'm going to hold him off. Plus, I'm sure he's going to DRS piggyback off of Kvyat in front of him. got 12 laps to go. 2/3 of this Grand Prix have been in the books. Yeah, like I said, he went with the medium soft route, and who was saying earlier in the chat that, you know, medium soft could be a viable strategy? Well, it looks like it's a viable strategy for Gasly. But yeah, he is just flying right now. He's got fastest lap. Oh, Bottas is coming to pit for soft tires. That's another spot I expect to be coming back and overtaking me later on in this race. I expect both Albon and Bottas to overtake me by the end of this race. Unless I can hold this down for 10 more laps. Frankly, I'm doing pretty well. Tire wear is in the low 20s with 10 laps to go. Ah, shit. Nope, nope, nope. Second flashback. I am not taking that fucking 3-second penalty right now. It was legitimately my dumbass fault for running the curbs twice already. Because I cut too early. Actually, I think one of them wasn't cut too early. I think one of them was just running wide over here. AKA being an idiot. And boy, do I know how to do that. I'm really starting to wonder when those hard tires are going to start catching up to me. Unless I'm just running that good of laps right now that they are not even bothering. So I'm sure I just jinxed myself by saying that. Wonder how the Ferraris are doing. You know what? I'm sure that Albon is saving his fuel. I'm sure he is doing what I should be doing, honestly, and he's probably saving his fuel. He's going to save his fuel and he's going to push it all the way and use it all at the end. That's probably what he's doing. I've cracked the code. Actually, a couple laps of running low energy, lean fuel around that probably should help. Dude, it's a terrible feeling. I ran out of fuel once while running a qualifying lap at Spa. Actually, it was during this season that happened to me, where I was going to post a time that would have put me into Q2, but I ran out of fuel right at the chicane. And I believe my delta was somewhere in the range of like 1.6, 1.7 seconds to the good. That would have put me into Q2. But then as soon as I hit the chicane, I had low fuel warning.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it pretty much dropped my delta down to 0, and it pretty much killed all my chance of advancing. Thank you very much for the follow. I'll get to you in just a second. Bazier, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy the stream this evening. My name is Gendo. I'll be your host. Rooms as well. Thank you for the bits, and thank you very much for the follow as well. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are enjoying the stream. Oh, Jesus. Bad turn 1 and 2. Bad turn 1 and 2, allowing Kvyat and Albon away back into this race. What's going on, Ansel? When we come to the line, there will be 5 laps left to go.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Thanks, Jeff. 5 laps left to go in this race. Now, I was about to say, we cannot have any more bad turn 1-2 sections. Legitimately cannot have any more bad sections there. Shit. Keep it on the track. As long as I keep it on the track and not get any of those pesky track limit exceeds warnings, should be good. Fortunately, I do have 1 flashback left at my disposal in case that happens again. And it's I've not had to use my flashback actually for damages or spin outs or anything. It was only exceed track warning. Make sure I go fast. That's what I'm trying. Can someone tell you energy recovery system? ERS's energy recovery system, and it is the ability to earn back and charge your battery by braking or by just letting off the gas and coasting. There are two different ways to harvest energy and replenish your battery. It's the MGU-K and the MGU-H. Now, the K stands for kinetic energy, and that's based off of your braking, and the H stands for heat, which is when you sit and coast. Both ways allow you to recover energy. MGU stands for motor generation unit or something like that. Ah, there it is.
No need to worry about tire condition for now. Everything's looking good.
That's what I did not want to see. I did not want to see a very shitty turn 1-2 again. And now I see Albon and Verstappen breathing down on the leaderboard.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
There is no Scenario 7 in this car. How does the car use this energy? It uses this energy in the form of just giving power to the car, and as you can see here, by also using the overtake button, which gives extra power to the engine. ERS naturally drains without using the overtake button. It just naturally drains with the car. But like I said, with braking or coasting, it allows the car to regenerate said energy. Verstappen took a grid penalty.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Like I said, I knew Albon was gonna catch up to me. Oh shit. I knew Albon was gonna catch up to me. I just did not think that Verstappen would have as well. I hear final boss music. No, you don't, Verstappen. Stay back there. Stay back there. We got points. Oh, my heart was pounding. Oh my god, my heart was pounding those last few laps. Seeing Albon and Verstappen coming close. Woo-hoo-hoo, we got a singular point. Top 10. Top 10 in Brazil. Ho-ho.
That's a fantastic performance from Ferrari. It
Yeah,
hardly
exactly.
looks in
That's
doubt.
what I did. I used all the overtake and all the fuel mixture just to
So, Anthony, what made
get
the
ahead and
difference out
keep
there
ahead of
today?
I
Verstappen.
think a large part of the result comes down to temperament.
All right,
They
so I
were able to
qualified
keep their heads when
17th,
everyone
started
around them was
14th due
losing
to other
theirs.
people
And
getting
that's
grid
allowed them to get the
penalties,
best
and
out
I
of the
ended in
car
10th.
to maximise the strategy and to stay out of trouble.
Ferrari are at it again. An excellent performance at today's Grand Prix.
Ferrari
And
won
there's certainly
too.
a team that know what they're doing
Charles
out there.
Leclerc wins it, Vettel in second, Hamilton in third. Dycliffe, you managed to win Monaco with no safety car. Hey, damn, that's good. I know, right? Ferrari winning, unrealistic. This is a broken game.
And
All right.
now let's take a look at the driver's standings.
Hey,
The
I will
gap at
take
the
that
top of the
point.
championship
I
has
will
been
take
cut
that point
down
all the way to
after
the
a
bank.
difficult race today for our championship leader.
Constructor
Some
standings
amazing
right now,
talent
I'm
out on the
still
track
20
today.
points behind
But
Alpha
Anthony,
Tauri.
who would you pick as your driver of the day?
But it's absolutely got to be Alexander Albon. No hesitation. He put in a performance today that's only going to...
And this is what the driver standings look like. Bottas, currently sitting at the top of the table. He still has not won the driver's title. If he crashes out and Hamilton wins, then Hamilton wins the driver's title. But something tells me that it's going to be Bottas and Hamilton are going to be in the points, if not on the podium next race. So we might as well say this right now. Bottas is going to win a driver's title. Go figure that one out. Bottas is going to win a driver's title. Unless, like I said, unless he crashes out, Bottas is going to win a driver's title.
growing reputation.
It's another clear win for Mercedes as they managed to secure
Fucking
the constructors'
Gasly up here in
title.
8th place.
An incredible performance
Amazing.
for the whole team. Well, that was certainly an
I
incredible
could not
weekend.
beat Ocon. Oh my god, that kills my rivalry. I lost my rivalry with Ocon.
Enjoy that. You made it look easy.
I don't want to talk to you, Claire,
You were cutting your way through.
but I
the
have to
during
for the
race.
sponsor money. I was cutting through with the grip. It's like I gotta answer your questions for the sponsor money,
We all
Claire.
underestimated you, didn't we?
My team had faith in me.
How do you think this team will be feeling after that result?
Yeah, Renault did good. They were 5th and 6th.
It wasn't the cleanest race today, was it?
Fuck off with that question, Claire, for the last time.
Appreciate your time.
Yeah. So, like I said, Ocon wins the rivalry. No extra boost for driver acclaim. Sucks. Team acclaim is looking good. Sponsorship money's coming on in, 668,000. And then extra almost 100,000. So, not bad. Not bad at all. 10 million in the bank. Like I said, we're going to use that to try and pry George Russell to our ranks.
Morning, boss. This week's income from the sponsors has cleared, and we're making good profit against our running costs.
Ooh, XXY. Do I want to renew them? I think I'll renew them for now. Just because it's the practice program one. Messages. We think, in order of our performance, we are currently 9th on the grid out of 11. Okay, whatever. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. What do I want to do build-wise? I'd rather not spend any money. Driver promo filming, that's always good. Sponsor event could help us with the team points. Spend 5,000 and get 200 team. Durability equipment upgrade. We get extra resource points. Thank you very much for the raid. Misfits RL. Hope you had yourself a wonderful stream. And everyone coming on in from his stream. Hope that you guys are doing well. My name is Brian Gendo. I will be your host for this evening. Currently just about finished up with Season 1 here of my team career. We just finished up Brazil, and I'll be getting into Abu Dhabi really shortly. MRL Freeware, Vanex, Skybits, everyone else coming on in. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys enjoy the stream. I don't really want to build up his stuff. We'll do the power team build, and then the sponsor
that makes
conference. We'll do
sense.
that. Thank you very much for the follow, Vanex. Much appreciated. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy the stream. Okay, what else do I want to do? I can't really do anything with my R&D stuff. It's currently, well, this is the sad state of my R&D right now. I can't build up my engine. I can't build up my durability. My chassis and my aero currently have stuff being built out, so I can't really touch that. As far as my vehicle goes, my engine is fine for the rest of the year. My gearbox is fine. My facilities, as much as I'd love to build them up right now, I'm saving money to try and poach George Russell at the end of the season to make him my second driver going into season 2. But anyway, Misfits, hope you had yourself a wonderful stream. How'd you do in your save? For those of you who are wondering what is going on as far as standings are concerned, Gendo F1 Racing currently sitting 9th out of 11, 30 points. Most of those points are me. As you can see, I've got 23 out of those points. My second driver, Juan Manuel Correa, has 7. In fact, Juan Manuel, believe me, when you see Mahavir down there at the bottom, I only bought Mahavir because he was the cheapest. I went with the Mercedes engine, and really the only driver that I could pick up because of said engine was Mahavir. Yes, I know he's a meme. Yes, I know he's the worst driver, but he saved me money. And ultimately, I used that money to go and get Juan Manuel Correa. But hopefully, we will use the saved up money that I have now to then go and replace him with George Russell. If I can't get him, I'll go after De Vries or Aitken. These are what my sponsors are right now. I went with Equinox as my main sponsor. Atlantic, Zyneto, and XXY are the rest of them. I don't know what I'm going to have as my primary sponsor going into Season 2, but I feel like if I've got George Russell on my team and with the car that I'm going to build up, I feel like more constructor points are on the horizon. Like instead of the 30 that I have now, probably say 50, maybe 60. 75 might be a bit of a stretch, but I feel like we can at least get 50 points next season if I get George Russell. You got that reliable Honda engine. How is the Honda engine in this game? I know it's technically stats-wise the worst engine, but how has it been holding up for you? But yeah, like I said, there's my contracts. As far as the driver market goes right now, Roman Grosjean is retiring at the end of the season. Kimi's staying. Vettel is staying. But Roman Grosjean is gone. And as I said before, I'm looking at George Russell. He's currently a 77 rating right now. 9 million as far as the market value goes. Same thing with Giovinazzi. Like, I really... Admittedly, Giovinazzi is kind of the secondhand George Russell because of the fact that, well, his awareness isn't all that there. Ewan, I finished in 10th. And I had Albon and Verstappen, like, right behind me, right on my ass for the final couple of laps. Albon did ultimately pass me, but I was able to hold off Verstappen at the final turn. Yes, they do have Hubert here. They do, in fact, have Hubert still in the game. They have him as a tribute. I think that was what Codemaster's explanation of it is. They have him in here as a tribute. What wheel do I use? I use a Logitech G29. But yeah, like I said, this is kind of what I'm looking at. If I can't get Russell or Giovinazzi, if they feel like that somehow my setup is not all that great, then Nick De Vries is pretty much going to be the guy. At 71 rating, yes, he does not have as great of experience, but 75 pace, 83 awareness, 69 nice racecraft. I feel like that, at the very least, is on par with it. One of these with Giovinazzi and Russell. I'm trying to think. In fact, De Vries has better awareness than Russell and Giovinazzi, so he's got that going for him. Like, that's the only thing that De Vries has over Giovinazzi and Russell. He's got better awareness. All right, R&D. Hold on a second. When is this one done? December 4th? That's right. It did say it would have been done afterwards. It did say it would have finished up after it was all said and done. Hey, we can always build up the plank. We can build up the plank so that it could be ready for next season. No, this is the final race of Season 1, Yorkie. So yeah, we'll have the plank ready for Season 2. But no, this is Abu Dhabi. We're going to the final race of season 1, and afterwards we'll figure out what exactly we'll be doing driver-wise. Gadwin says, oh, I missed this one, Gadwin. You said you're 6'5" sack of fat. Dude, I was a 6'1" sack of fat. I was right there with you. Just 4 inches shorter, yes, but I was right there with you. All right, let's go to the race weekend. Everything is all set and ready to go. But honestly, it's all about what you do with what you got and what time you have. You got to make time for yourself. You got to make time to set yourself right. Thank you very much for the raid there, Nexo Mode. Hope you're doing well. Hope you had yourself a wonderful stream. And for everyone coming on in from Nexo Stream, how you guys doing? My name is Brian. I will be your host this evening, and I hope y'all are doing well. I got scared there for a second. I thought it was said it was going to rain at Abu Dhabi, and it never rains at Abu Dhabi. I got scared. You are back, sir. How you doing? Like I said, hope you had yourself a wonderful stream, and I hope that everyone coming on in enjoys themselves this evening. Happy Thursday or Friday, depending on where you live, time zones and all that. We are just about to get into Abu Dhabi, the final race of my first season. As you can see here, I got 2 parts that are going to be built out after Abu Dhabi is done. I had the durability and the powertrain be hit with regulations. I really would have loved to have built up the engine, but it just could not work out. Sadly, this time around. Okay, so let's just get into practice. Yeah, Gad, when I was a pit of despair back in high school. A little bit in college, too. And it's like, even with even with the relationships that I had years ago as well as most recently, it's like, I didn't really feel the need to better myself until the start of this year, when I'm like, you know what, I've got my health to look forward to, I've got my would have been my future with the relationship that I had to look forward to. Now I'm just doing it for myself, because I had made a promise to myself that I will get below 200 pounds before the end of the year. And by God, I am going to get it done. I'm not doing this for anybody else now. I'm doing this solely for me.
If you want to know specific
congratulations,
information or make
Kamark.
certain changes to the car during a pit stop.
Congratulations on being a Twitch affiliate. Welcome to the club. We are happy to have you. No, but Nexo, how is your save going so far? How much is 200 pounds in kilos? Ooh, good question. I know 220 is 100 kilos. So I'm thinking 200 pounds is 90 kilos, I'm thinking. Close to 90 kilos. My math may be slightly off. Oh shit, I did not even see that one was right there. get past this turn. That is trippy as shit. God. I absolutely hate that turn. Did I get purple? I did get purple. Yeah, 1 pound is 2.2 kilos. I know that for a fact. 1 pound is 2.2 kilos. So you just do that in multiples. Multiples of 10. 10 pounds, 22 kilos. 100 pounds is... Or, hold on. Do I got that right? I hope I got that right. Hold on a second. Pounds to kilograms. I thought I got that right. No, sorry. It's 2.2 pounds. 2.2 pounds is 1 kilogram. So, yeah, you multiply that by 10. 22 pounds is 10 kilograms. 220 pounds is 100 kilograms. So, yeah, I was close. And then 200 pounds is 91 kilograms. So, I was close. I had the units swapped. I had the units reversed. But, yeah, 220 pounds is 100 kilograms. I knew that. And right now I'm at 211, so I'm just a little bit less than that. Say like 96, 97 kilos. Yeah, Gadwin, I realize. I'm average weight for my age? Not really. I am still technically, if we're going by the BMI chart, I am technically still overweight. I'm 6'1", so figure that one out. 1.86. 1.86 meters. So yeah, if we're talking about going into proper units and not filthy heathen American units, I'm 186 centimeters and 96 kilos, roughly. Wow, I cut that so much and it did not give me shit. Oh, so Kamark, you're still growing. If you're only 16, yeah, you're still growing, man. Not saying that you shouldn't still monitor that just to make sure that you're still being healthy and all. But you're still growing. Yeah, that's why I think the BMI scale is out of date. The BMI scale came about in like the 1800s. Hey, what's going on, Tedda K? Yeah, you missed Brazil. I finished 10th.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job.
I finished 10th, Tedda K, at Brazil, so... It was basically myself, Albon, and Verstappen behind me for the last 4 laps of the race. Albon was able to pass me, but I was able to hold off Verstappen at the line. So I was able to finish in a points gaining position. But yeah, you got to think about it. If you're talking about Brock Lesnar is all muscle. Like, Brock Lesnar has very, very little body fat on him. He's probably like 6-7% body fat. Yeah, but the BMI scale back developed in the 1800s was a way to tell people this is not a healthy weight. It is basically a way to be used by doctors to tell their patients you are not a healthy weight. That you need to be living a better lifestyle. That's all it was. And it was indicative of the height and weight standards at the time. Like I said, this was the 1800s. You gotta remember, people were smaller back in the 1800s. Average height was, I believe, a couple of inches shorter than average height of males and females nowadays. And the weight was definitely lower than the average weight it is nowadays. But that's because the average human was not eating a lot of fat back in the 1800s. They were not eating a lot of fatty processed foods. That's not to say that fatty processed foods are bad. They taste good. Like, that's the one thing they've got going for them is, they taste good. I should probably eat more of this. And that's where we go down this road. Usually the food that tastes good is bad for you. And oh my god, is it bad for you, but it tastes so good.
The car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change.
Like, if I want to sit down and eat a whole bag of Cheetos, man, I would. Hell, high school me would have done so in an instant. Fuck, I love Cheetos. Is it good for you? Hell no, but does it taste awesome? Yes, it does. I only drink soda in social occasions nowadays. But yeah, like soda, when I was trying to drop weight back when I was back up at 270 years ago, like that was the first thing that I dropped. Obviously, I didn't go cold turkey with it, but that was the one thing that I dropped almost right away, was get rid of the Mountain Dew, get rid of the Pepsi, the Coke, the Sprite, 7-Up, Orange Crush, Fanta, Shasta, Dr. Pepper. I can go on and on and on and on and on over all the soda that I would drink on a daily basis back in high school and college. Because of all the sugar and sodium in soda, that's what makes it so bad for you. But if you want to cut weight, soda is the first. It really should be the first thing you should look to get rid of from your diet, because of all the sugar and sodium that's in it. You can't get normal Sprite in Denmark anymore? Dude. I know you guys had it when I went there back in 2014. Oh, sorry, not 14, 13. Has it been 7 years since I was last in Denmark? Shit. I need to go back. I've been saying for years since I came back from my first trip to Denmark, specifically Copenhagen, I want to go back. I did not visit half the places in Copenhagen I wanted to. But then again, it's because I was there on a business trip, not so much a sightseeing trip. Spent a week there. Half of it was due to training, the other half was for sightseeing, but I did not go to nearly as many things I wanted to go to. And yeah, that was another thing, Gadwin. I am cooking at home too. Like, I've got a crock pot, slow cooker, so I've just been doing slow cook recipes with chicken and pork. Shit is delicious. And you can just find some easy-ass recipes online. The wonders of the internet, when it's not being used for porn, can be used for making yourself cook a damn fine home-cooked meal. Yeah, I know. I'm not planning on traveling right now, especially since Europe is kind of closed its gates to American citizens right now, because Americans as a whole are fucking stupid. And I mean that in the most sincerest form of assholishness, being an American myself. It's not that I think we're stupid, it's I know we're stupid with this whole pandemic. No worries, Gadwin. Have yourself a good night, man. Yeah, it's only 7:30 here in Chicago. And this is about when I normally stream anyway, so if it doesn't match up with your time zones, hey, come by whenever you feel like it. You don't have to feel obligated if you can't make it. But thanks very much for stopping by, and hope to see you again, dude. Have a good night. But honestly, pandemic aside, and we're talking about just normal as normal Europe can be. If money was not an object and time wasn't of the essence, wasn't bogged down with a job or anything, I've got a Euro trip all planned out. Throughout most of the countries are countries that pretty much have some sort of significance to me. Like, I'd love to go to Poland. That's where my family is from. Ireland too. Half my family's from Poland, the other half's from Ireland. France, Spain, Italy, Germany for mostly historic trips. We're talking about fine arts and architecture, because I'm a big architecture buff. I love old buildings. And you Europeans love to keep your old buildings intact, whereas here in Chicago, we are tearing down anything that's older than 50 years old. It's pretty sad. The whole of European Union just opened all their borders, and legit 90% of the Danes were like, uh-oh, better go to the beach. So all the Danes were like, let's go to the beach and get our time in before COVID hits again. And they close everything up again. Kind of sounds like the Floridians and the Texans around here. You should visit the town called Worms. It's literally a castle. So is it just like a walled city? But no, if we're talking about old buildings, there's one specifically in Germany. Fuck, what's the name of it? It's that big white castle in the forest that the Disney castle is modeled after. And no, I don't know the name of it. I do not know the German name for it. Yeah, at least I finished it. Not just the beach. Sunny Beach is in Greece? Oh, so all the Danes just traveled down to Greece, is what you're saying. Gotcha. They traveled down to Greece and said, hey, party time. Super fun time, yeah. Flying lap. Alright, final practice program. It is currently 7:30 here in Chicago. We got 90 minutes until the iRacing League race qualifying is set to open up. The actual league session opens up at 8:30, so in 1 hour. But I know for a fact I'm not going to get there exactly at 8:30. And of course, you get to meet up with the podcast crew, aka the Firelight Motorsports group. Because everybody in the team is a part of the league. I have to go to the Titanic Museum. Well, first and foremost, Teddy K, I was going to go to the Guinness Museum. Just the Guinness Brewery, I should say. Alright, take it easy, Mark. iRacing is its own separate simulation program, Bazzy. They scan their own cars and all the tracks that they use in the game. They have something like 85 cars and 91 tracks in the game, something along those lines. No, it's the other way around. They got 91 cars and 85 tracks. The F1 cars that they have in are the Williams FW31 and the McLaren MP430. I know for a fact those are the two F1 cars that they have in the game. As far as tracks they have Spa, they have Monza, they have Imola, they have Interlagos, they have Suzuka. I'm trying to think what else they have. They have Barcelona. They just recently added Barcelona. Like, they have a good amount of F1 tracks past and present in the service. Something about Aarhus. I know I was talking about Aarhus like a while ago. Oh yeah, Kamark was talking about Aarhus. And I know you were talking about it previously, and I did say that that was going to be one of the cities I was going to hit up, was Aarhus. Alright, officially done
And with all
with
the cars now
practice.
over the line, let's see our top three again.
But yeah, Bazzy, this is, iRacing is a simulator that has been, when did they make it? Like 2005? 2006? It's been going on for quite some time. And the developers who made the game in the past made NASCAR Legends, Indy 500 for PC, there's another NASCAR game. Like, they have done IndyCar and NASCAR games for the PC in the past. It's the old Papyrus software crew made iRacing. And they, like I said, they add in tracks and cars after they individually scan everything about said track and said car. Like they go into detail as to how big the car is, how big the engine block is, if this car gets damaged, what parts go flying. And yes, the damage models on these cars, not just NASCARs, but single-seaters and GT cars and LMP ones, they have damage models for every single one of them. So if you wreck, you will see front ends crumple, wings fly off, wheels, sometimes in single-seaters, fly off. It is crazy how detailed they make this game, the realism they make in this iRacing game. I say it's a game, it really is a simulator. And how much time and effort they put into making it as detailed as it is. And what's going on, Zintax? Dude, Zintax, you missed Brazil. I finished 10th in it. I started 7th, actually, I qualified 17th. I moved up to 14th due to grid penalties of people in front of me, and then I finished 10th. So that's got you caught up. Just got off work, no worries. So like I said, we got Abu Dhabi, and then it is the iRacing Legacy Cup Series after that. And the most recent cars that they just had, is this game better played with a steering wheel? I think it is, Kranka, because you do have a lot more control. You do really have a lot more control over your car by having a wheel instead of, flicking a control stick and hoping that it turns the right way with how much that you flicked it, like what I do with Forza and Gran Turismo. With a wheel, I feel like you have a little bit more control over the direction of your car, the shifting, etc., how much acceleration and brake you put on your car, just by having a wheel and pedal setup. So yeah, I feel that personally it is better with a wheel and pedal setup, but that's not to say that you can't make it work with a controller. I know Sarancia does, I know a couple other people in the chat do. It really does come down to feel. Now, I've never played this game with a controller, so I couldn't tell you how it feels with a controller, but I just say, for me personally, it really, the wheel does enhance the game. Is it hard to get used to the paddles? I can't say, not really, because, I mean, the paddles are right here on the wheel. They're ease of access. It's much better than, like, an H-pattern shifter that I would have on the side over here, and having to constantly reach for the H paddle, for the H pattern, if I was doing a NASCAR race. The flappy paddle shifters right here are so much better, in my opinion. The G920, well, G920 is the same as my G29, except the 920 is the Xbox button layout. It does not have as many buttons on the steering wheel as the 29 does, so if that turns you off, then I would say go for the G29. The reason why I went with the G29 is because with iRacing, you can have several things mapped at one time, like your overtake button / push to pass, buttons to scroll through your black box to set your tire pressures, to your fuel gauge, whether or not you want front brake bias, switching the front brake bias, how much tape that you want on your grill if you're running a NASCAR race. You have all those options at your disposal with having all these buttons. The 920, from what I saw, if I remember correctly, it just has the shoulder buttons, ABXY, and the D-pad, and that's it as far as the button layout on the 920. So if you don't mind not having a lot of buttons on your wheel, then yeah, 920 is fine. Just want to make sure that my engine is good to go going into it. Yeah, that's what Joe said. The 920/29 are great starter wheels. In fact, I've had this for over a year now. I haven't really thought about getting a Thrustmaster, so I don't know about the Thrustmaster 80. So I can't give you an impression on that. I have not played, or I should say I've used Joe's Fanatec when I was just starting out with iRacing over a year ago. So it does have certain different feels to it, like the McLaren wheel is like an actual F1 wheel. The BMW rim is a giant-ass BMW rim with flappy paddle gear shifter. But as far as if you're just starting out, my recommendation would be the Logitech 920 or G29. because of the fact that you can get them on the cheap. I think that Fanatec and Thrustmaster, I do believe they also have cheap options, pre-build options too. But I would say go and check them out yourself, because I've not played with them myself, so I cannot give you a recommendation.
Tire wear and damage, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then again to cycle to the tires and damage screen.
There he goes. Joe says Thrustmaster T300, which I think was the one that Sarancio was saying was the T300. I'm saying a lot of complex terms. Okay, Cranka. If you want me to slow down, what exactly specifically do you want me to slow down with? Yeah, I was third. Sorry, Zintax. I was third in Brazil before the pit stop. All right, let me run a couple of practice laps. Yeah, let's drive.
Clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
More like the terminology, okay. So are we going to continue on with the wheels, the wheel discussion, or are we going to move to terminology? So I'm okay with either one. I'm okay going either way. So I think that we've pretty much nailed the wheel discussion as to if you want to get yourself a starter wheel. There's the Logitech options, there's the Fanatec and the Thrustmaster options. All of them have good starter options. Yeah, I mean, if you have questions, feel free to ask. And if I can't look at chat and answer, I'm sure someone in the chat will help you out. We got plenty of F1 fans and F1 players that can help you out no matter what question you ask. So feel free, man. Spinal. As I keep saying, and here's the thing, I knew what I was getting myself into when I was driving over those curbs, because as I've said before, we all know driving over the curbs equals driving on ice. You're very prone to spinning. You got the new 923. I honestly would have told you don't, Simpson, because the 923, just looking at it, looks like a repackaged G29. I would have just gone with the G29 then, because, like I said, it has the same button layout. It has pretty much the same features. You're paying extra money for it being a different color and a shinier coat of paint, if I'm going to be honest with you. And for me, Cranka, I'm more of an F1 greenhorn myself. I don't really watch the series. I love racing games. I was attracted to this because it looked like a pretty solid racing game. I was shown this game in chat back in April, and I'm talking about F1 2019, and I fell in love with it, like, after a week of playing it. But I've loved racing games damn near all my life. Going all the way back to the arcades of Pole Position, Outrun, and Super Hang-On. Hell, one of my dream cars is to get...
Lap of fuel remaining.
One of my dream cars is to get a Ferrari Testarossa, just because of out. 1986 Ferrari Testarossa. I know, actually, the Ferrari dealership near me is selling a 1990 Testarossa for only $125,000. The low, low price of $125,000. If I'm gonna be honest with you, that costs more than the fucking condo that I live in. Legitimately, my condo costs less than that fucking Ferrari. A Datsun 240, okay, I don't understand the reasoning behind a Datsun being a dream car. You gotta explain that one to me. Of why a Datsun, in your opinion, is a dream car. Were they good rally cars? Were they really solid rally cars back in the day? But I don't really know why. Because whenever I think Datsun, I don't think of good things when I think of Datsun. I think of Datsun as just some pokey car company. Alright, what am I looking at? I should probably fix the fuel setup too. Alright, so what am I looking at? If I want to get into Q2, I need to get... Oh, excuse me? If I want to get into Q2, I need to get 3 seconds faster. I can tell you right now, that ain't happening. Not on this track. I am not good on this track, so going 3 seconds faster is a non-starter for me. If it's near impossible to get in the UK, I'm sure there's, like we were talking about the Fantech and the Thrustmaster options that you could get as well. Alright, Simpson, fair enough. I was just wondering. I'm not criticizing you for your choice, I was just wondering. Ah, shit. Yeah, sim racing became popular because of the COVID stuff. When iRacing had its own, NASCAR Invitational, the IndyCar Invitational. There was, of course, the virtual Grand Prix series for Formula One. Alright, I need to go 3 seconds faster. I only went 2.5 seconds faster. So, 17th again. I'm starting 17th again. How you doing, CN? Logitech used Fernando Alonso to sponsor that new wheel. Really? Didn't know that. What do I have my traction control set at? 0. Nada. Nothing. I've got no ABS, no traction, no stability control. None of that sausage. Who's the champion right now? It has not been decided. The champion right now is not decided, Syntax, but Bottas has 23 points on Hamilton. So what that means is that if Bottas finishes, he's got to finish at least 9th. If Hamilton wins, Bottas has to finish at least 9th, and he's got the title. If Bottas doesn't finish, Lewis Hamilton's got to win. But as it stands right now, Bottas is going to be your world champion. As it stands right now, Bottas is going to be your world champion, which is weird to think. But anyway, this is what I've got going on as far as my race strategy goes. We got 12 laps on the soft, 16 on the medium. I'm not pulling a 2-stop. Though I've seen AI do 2-stops in the past before and have made it work, I'm opting against that. I think I'm just going to go with the 1-stop and we're going to let it ride out. There's really no need for me to do a 2-stop. I could do a 2-stop, but there really is no need for me to do it. I'll just ride out the 1-stop, ride these medium tires into the ground. Starting 15th, where do you guys think I'm going to finish? Will I end up top 15? Do you think I could pull out a points finish? Let me know. Yes, Halvey, it's 50% race. I do 50% race for all races except for 2 that I randomly draw at the very start of the season, of which I do 100% races. This season, it was Bahrain and Japan. So next year, I take those 2 Grand Prix out. They don't matter. They are not going to be brought back in. And I will randomly draw 2 more that will then be considered the 100% race that I will run. It's just fixing my, the iRacing starts in an hour, Tedeke. The league race qualifiers start in an hour, and then the race starts, quickly after that. Going up the outside. Oh, I get hit. Oh, fuck. Hey, buddy.
VSC deployed. The virtual safety car has been deployed. We need to keep a positive delta here. Slow down. Maintain a positive delta.
Whoops. Well, I caused that. How's my wing? How's my wing look? It has a little damage.
Virtual safety car is ending. Maintain your pace until the green flag. VSC ending. Wait for green.
My starting position was 15th. And I was being a fucking idiot is what I was doing. Going into the hairpin. Yeah, I was a fucking idiot going in there, and Grosjean got F'd in the A right there. Oh, as Latifi almost fucks me over. Like I said, I'm not a fan of this track. Well, that mistake notwithstanding, I just don't like this track in general. Thank you very much for the follow. I'll get to you in just a second. No, that crash is not indicative of me hating this track. I just don't like it, period. Thanks for the follow, Halvey. And never give Grosjean a chance to crash. Oops. I didn't give him a chance because I crashed into him. Yeah, honestly, Simpson, on the surface, I don't see any difference from the 920/G29 than what I see here at the G923.
DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
I'm sorry, Simpson didn't say that. That was moderate. Well, fortunately, my wing was not, like, super fucked when I ran into him. But yes, that was my fault for taking the path that I did in that hairpin. It was 100% my fault. Well, I am lapping faster than Latifi behind me. I got that going for me. But unfortunately, Vettel in front of me is being Vettel. He took the grid penalty and started on mediums. I'm not catching him. The only way I could catch up to people is if I get the proper pit strategy. It's still going to be a long race. We still got most of the fucking race to go. I'm still kind of surprised that I was the one that brought out the safety car. Wait, who is this in front? We got a train going. I can't tell who's pulling the train. Magnussen? Okay. So I only see Vettel and Sainz. I can't make out the other two. And as I said before, the track map is being blocked by the chat in the bottom left-hand corner for me. Raikkonen. Oh, there's Raikkonen there too. Raikkonen had to have fucked up his wing. It's a DRS train. No, Raikkonen seriously had to fuck his wing up. Has to. Has to have. Oh, coming in deep over Vettel. Oh, Vettel! He responds! I undercut Vettel and he responds by turning me. Well, we'll just see if I think about bringing you into my team next year, bud. I'll just let you know that I won't because I've got no money. I'm also noticing now that Kimi is on medium tires. Oh, fuck off, Vettel. Vettel, you can just sit back there and think about what you did. Think about what you did, my boy. As I pass my dad on the inside of the turn and then almost lose it. Sainz and Magnussen sitting ahead of me. Yeah, I've been getting better at catching my spins. Ooh, that's not good. I was gonna say, my tires aren't even worn all that bad. They're only 20%. Can't even blame the front wing. Front wing is barely damaged. Yeah, setups courtesy of Sarancia. One of my users in here. Damn it, I thought I was close enough to Magnussen. I thought I would have piggybacked DRS off of him. Maybe I'll get him on this next one. I know I'm going to get this one. There we go. And Magnussen, you are slow. Dude. I'm kind of surprised how slow you are. That's a tight curve. I never liked that corner. Never have liked that corner. There's already been pit stops. Hamilton has come in. Hamilton has already made his pit stop. Hamilton is going to go for a two-stop strategy, it looks like. Heading out, Simpson. Alright, take it easy. See you again on Saturday. As a reminder, Fridays I do stream as well, but Fridays are iRacing only. I run an oval league called the Torah League. Torah standing for the Online Racing Association. Running Xfinity cars at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 1.5 mile oval track. I don't remember how many laps it is. I think it's like 70 laps. 60, 70 laps. But then the following week, we're going to be on the Charlotte Roval. Yeah, we're running the road course next week. Next Friday. 30 laps around that road course, and it is bound to be hairy as fuck. Because those cars are not good going around that track. I'm going to be real with you. Those cars are absolute dog shit going around that track. So, should make for some fun viewing next Friday. Alright, Hamilton behind me is for certain going to be passing me on this straight. Or maybe not. You know, pass me here? Come on, Hamilton. I know you're faster than me. I know you're faster than me, Hamilton. Is Daytona Infield on iRacing? Yes, the Daytona 24 road course is on iRacing. Oh, I got hit by Hamilton! I got moved out of the way by Hamilton. Yeah, in fact, Stinger, oh, there goes Hamilton because he fucked his front wing by hitting me. iRacing updated the Daytona course in their service to include that new road layout.
In the pits.
Because the NASCAR Cup cars are going to be at an improvised layout where there's going to be a chicane coming out of turn 4. iRacing went and already updated the course in their service. My thing's gone! As I spin out of control.
A new strategy is available on the MFD. Be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
I was spinning around that
Confirmed.
chicane, and my front wing just fucking bit it. I did just hand Bottas the championship, Syntax. You are correct. Not on purpose. That was completely on accident.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It does make sense. Thank you very much for the follow there. It's Dan95. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Oh my god, and my front wing just bitted off of the side of one of these Ferraris. It was either Vettel or Leclerc that I smacked into, and my front wing just fucking ate it. But we're glad to have you here, Dan. Hope you're doing well. Well, I am still coming in on lap 12. It did say that I am coming in lap 12. But my front wing situation is dire. In fact, I'm going to come in this lap.
Then come into the pits at the end of this lap.
Might as well just pit this lap then. Fucking Albon behind me, yeah. All because I was spinning right there. I went and fucked that front wing. Why is that not a penalty for Hamilton? Because it's Hamilton. You think he gets penalties? Well, yeah, he does, honestly. My mistake. He does get penalties. Yeah, can't complain. Got a 10th at Brazil. But it's pretty much going to be a crappy finish here at Abu Dhabi. None of us at Gendo F1 Racing are going to get any sort of points. So we are going to end our season on 30 constructors points total. I got 23, but I got fucking hit again from Kvyat. Dude. What do I got? A target on my back says hit me here? Seriously, it's like I got a big old target on my back. Still got 16 more laps to go.
Exit now. You'll be
That was a terrible pit. That was a terrible pit stop.
Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
That was a terrible pit stop. He gets out of the pits before me. Best where I perform is definitely Spa, Russia. But if we're talking about tracks, definitely where I perform, those are the two that I've gotten the most success at, even back in 2019. Silverstone, I'm starting to get better at, success-wise. I need to start braking early there. It almost feels like I need to start braking as soon as I hit that turn. It almost feels like as soon as I'm done with this race, I gotta get right into my iRacing race. Ricardo coming into pit. Spa is doable if you've got a fast car. Honestly, Spa is one of those tracks like with Monza where you gotta have a fast car to win it. the only reason I say that is because of the long straights. You gotta have good straight line speed to pull away from everybody. I am not playing pumper cars, Tedeke. Not when my damage is set to full. That is a dumb move. Yeah, I'm unfortunately pretty shitty when it comes to Abu Dhabi. It's just not a good track. It really is not a good track. Yes, Crazy Train, this is my first season. This is the last race of my first season. All I'm saying is Tilka could have done so much better. Motorsport Manager 75% off? Yeah, go for it, dude. Worth the get. And probably the DLC is 75% off, too. If that's the case, you can get all the DLC for less than what it would cost for now. Or less than what it would cost to buy one normally. You can threaten me with co-carnage stuff all you want, man. Abu Dhabi ain't great. It ain't a great track. Oh shit! Ah, there it goes. Spinala, and I take somebody out too. Alright. First flashback. 2 more at my disposal. Yeah, I know who Co-Carnage is. He actually frequents... I'm trying to remember which stream he frequents. I think it's Maximilian Dude. He likes to stop by that stream a lot. Yeah, for me with all these, it's basically all these 90-degree plus turns at Abu Dhabi that I'm just not happy about. Crazy Train, thanks for the follow. Really, it's just the layout of the turns that I'm not really super jazzed about. Still got 13 laps to go. I mean, yeah, if you're good at the track, that would sway your opinion as to what you think about it. However, for me, I would say even if I was good at this track, I'm not really super jazzed about driving it. hell, back in F1 2019, I picked up like 3 or 4 wins at France. And I really don't like the layout of France at all. Even though I won there 3 or 4 times, I forget what number it was. Could have been 3 maybe. I just did not like driving France. Has a lot of fast corners that you like. You're probably talking about turn 9, which is that turn that leads into the big snail, the big looping curve. Not necessarily a snail, it's not the China snail. All right, George, potential future second driver for me next year. Don't you dare try to cut me off the road. I will end you. I will end your existence. I will end your race. Yeah, no Baku this year. Baku's the one road course I'm decent at in this game. And when I say road course, I mean like the narrow walled road course, like Monaco, Singapore, and Vietnam. Oh my god, Vietnam could go die in a fire. That Hanoi track is sucks. Yeah, Baku's decent. You got Tatiana Calderon still with you? Has she developed at all, or you moving on from her? Sebastian Vettel in front of me, just leaving the pits for his second and final time on the medium tires. Time is it's 8:30. We got 10 laps to go. Alright, so I'm figuring probably about another 16 minutes until this race is over, which gives me 14 minutes, well, between 10 and 14 minutes to practice Rockingham before we actually race it. I did get a little practice in it earlier today, but honestly, that track and those cars need a lot more practice. As I said before, the 1987 cars, the way they scanned them, they scanned the tires that was on those cars at that time too. And NASCAR back up until 1989 used to race bias ply tires. They used to race bias ply, not radial tires as what is so common today, not just on the racing circuit, but on pretty much every street car out there. Because radial tires are much more stable. Bias ply are not very stable. Where's iRacing tonight, NASCAR? It's at Rockingham, North Carolina. AKA The Rock. You could train Mahavir. I'm sure you could train Mahavir, but can you train him up in 10 years' time to be okay? See, that's where I have a problem, because in all honesty, I don't think even with 10 years of training, Mahavir can reach, like, mid-tier. And we're going to be doing 80 laps, 8-0, around Rockingham. Each car in the league is given one free pass, one free car, one free repair. After that, you gotta sit in the pits, and whatever damage you take, you gotta sit there and take that damage to get that fixed. Whether it lasts 30 seconds or 30 minutes, you gotta take that damage. Well, if it lasts 30 minutes, your race is pretty much over. Just pack it in at that point. Does The Rock own the track? Sadly, no. NASCAR's subsidiary, SMI, owns it. And the sad thing is that once SMI took over ownership of that track, they shut it down. They took over that track in 2003, and they shut it down in 2004.
Right, some information
NASCAR
on
has not
Hamilton.
been there
They have an
since.
issue with their car. They're going to be slow.
Hamilton has an issue with his car, as if he hasn't had enough issues. But before the track got dilapidated, iRacing went and scanned the track in so that it could be added to their service. Thank you very much for the follow there, moderate quality. Dude, I thought you already were following me. Either way, thank you very much. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are enjoying yourself.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Thank you very much for the follow as well. Hey, Stacks10. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy yourself this evening. Like I said, after this race, it is a quick switch over to iRacing.
Yeah, that makes
So we can get
sense.
right to that good old oval racing that oh so many people like on this stream. Does that say Black Ops? Black Ops Carnes, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Alright, sitting in 14th place with 7 laps to go. I don't think I'm going to get any higher than this. I may catch Gasly. He's on hard tires. But I really don't think we're going to get any points in this race. I got Ricciardo and Hamilton tailing me. Which obviously, if I was sitting up front, that would mean a little bit more. Oh, Ricciardo fucking stacks it into me. What the hell? Ricciardo and Hamilton doing the same thing at the same exact spot. I'm slowing down. I'm hitting my braking zone exactly where I should be. And then I get slammed into. This time it's by Ricciardo. And of course now Ricciardo's got to pit because he's an idiot. And he's got to fix his wing. And fix his wang. All the while, I'm up into 13th. But that'll soon be dropped down to 14th as, once again, Hamilton is right behind me. Hamilton still does have that car issue. But a Mercedes car issue against a Gendo car running at full speed, the skill difference is very apparent. The skill difference, the build quality is all very, very different. So yeah, at this point in time, it looks like Bottas, no matter what happens, if Bottas got out of the race, Hamilton just cannot muster enough points to win the Drivers' Championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, your Drivers' World Champion for 2020, Valtteri Bottas. Who would have thought that? Who would have saw that coming? How long it take me to get used to it? Not very long. Hamilton coming up the inside. I started playing F1 with 2019 about 4 months ago. It was the first ever F1 game that I played, but before that I was on iRacing, Assetto Corsa, and Project Cars, and I had the wheel for that about a year or so before. So I've had the wheel for over a year up to this point. And admittedly, it did not take very long for me to get used to shifting, especially when I don't even need to use the clutch and the pedal down here to shift. It's just flappy paddle, gear shift up, gear shift down. It was very easy. If I had to use the clutch, in fact, I will be using the clutch when I do my iRacing race because I'm in a stock car. That did take a little bit of time to properly throw in the clutch, do my shift, and make sure that by the time that I went through with that, I wasn't in neutral. That did take a little bit of time, but doing this, where it's just straight up shift without needing to bother with hitting the clutch pedal, this took no time at all. Hamilton, he's about to stack it into me again. These drivers with their late brakes on that corner is just fucking scary. I was going to say, you could call Bottas the one who lives in the shadows because he is so overlooked at Mercedes. He goes and is going to get himself a driver's title. Hey, I've got my teammate right behind me now. Yes, I just let Hamilton and Magnussen go through, but I got my teammate behind me. Raikkonen also in soft tires behind him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does make sense. Adam Officials, thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoyed the stream. After this race, I'm going to make a quick switch over to iRacing to get to my Oval League race. Correa will overtake me. That's a reason to fire him. Yeah, I know, right? I didn't think I cut it that much, but okay, stewards. Whatever you say, FIA. Also, I noticed that my XXY sponsorship is gone even though I renewed them. I wonder if that's a bug. Where I renewed the sponsorship for XXY and they were on my gloves. And as you can see, they're not on my gloves anymore, but like I said, I renewed the sponsorship, so they should have stayed. It's not like I got rid of them to swap them out for somebody else.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
See, Zintax, that's pretty dumb. If you re-up with them, you shouldn't have to reapply the stickers to the car. Correa sending it on the inside. He does finally overtake. Oh, I got pushed! I got fucking pushed! Fortunately, I have one more after this, but I got fucking pushed. Who was behind Correa? Raikkonen. I got pushed by Raikkonen. Are you serious? Kimmy! Father! Why have you forsaken me? Wasn't it Kimmy the one who said that? I think Ericsson hit us. Fucking hell, Kimmy. I mean, we're not getting points anyway. Let's be real here, dude. And I've got 3 second back. I don't even care. I'm not flashing that back.
We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
I really don't care about the time penalty now. I just want to finish this race. Got 15 minutes. 15 minutes until the iRacing League qualifying. So I'm assuming I'm going to drop down to like 20th by the end of this.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Actually, I might drop to only 18. Considering that Grosjean is so far back. But in all fairness, Correa did manage to get 7 points on his own. That was more than I thought I'd see him get. Because I honestly did not think any second driver that I would have pulled, Mahavir definitely, but anyone that I pulled after him would have gotten points in my car. And he got 7! Oh my fucking god, this piss bucket. This piss bucket Kvyat over here. I'm hearing the hard style behind me is just, no, please. Get out of here. Fuck you, Kvyat. Grosjean is really killing the gap behind me now. I'm not happy about that. No, actually, yeah, I did see the picture. His wheel sheared off, didn't it? He had a puncture and it just kind of sheared off. Bottas has won this race, and with it, he has won the
Less than a
championship.
lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
It wasn't on him, you're right. His car just legitimately had a puncture in the tire. And we finally come to a close. Jesus H tits. Took us a while. Took us a while to get here, but we got here.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Flying
And
Finn
so
won the
the
title. Yes, he
celebrations
did.
begin, and well earned they are indeed.
There it is.
Looks
Valtteri
it,
Bottas, your
but as
driver's
any
world
racing driver
champion
will
for
tell you,
2020.
competing at this level, at the very top,
Amazing.
is anything but simple. There's no catching them now then. We have a new World Drivers' Champion.
Legitimately, we do.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight
Leclerc
amongst
and
the Mercedes
Norris
team. And they certainly deserve
on the
it.
podium. Leclerc and Norris on the podium too. Flashback user. Complete 5 races where a flashback is used. Oh, perfect.
Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony
Yep,
Davidson.
and officially
who do you
we
pick?
Carlos
finish
Sainz certainly wasn't someone to
ninth
scoff
place
about.
in the
His ability
in the
to follow
constructor
race strategies
standings
throughout with
and
pinpoint
16th
precision
in the
has to be
drivers.
commended.
It's another clear win.
Oh, now I need to log into iRacing here. Hold on 1 second. Oh no, I see Claire.
Good day today.
Oh
Have your
god,
take.
I gotta answer 2 questions at least.
Interesting result today. Would you say that you're happy with your performance?
Things could have gone better. Come on, let's keep a move on.
What exactly was it you weren't happy about?
The track. Just say wheelbase. I don't give a fuck.
Do you have any comments about the collisions?
No, I don't. Moving on.
Great. Well, that's everything.
It's just diff pow, and my difficulty's 94. Alright, and with 10 minutes to go... See, yeah, I did re-up with XXY. That's what I was concerned about, is I didn't get him. No damage. I'm surprised. I did get damage. I did get damage during the race, and it said that I did not get damage. What? Excuse me? I'd like to file a complaint. Alright, Zinetto. The sponsors, I believe that is answering the questions, but I won't, I'm not going to manage the sponsors right now. Like I said, we've got no time. We've legitimately got no time.